Let's go. We are talking Dodger baseball, Dodgers prospects, and the cool stuff. Baseball America has come out with their rankings on the Dodgers system. Um, if anyone gets in there, well, no one's in here yet. Let me know about the sound. And it's been a thing. Trying to work through that. Well, yeah, we have Baseball America every year comes out with their little unique way of doing things. They have the best tools, future lineup 5 years down the line. They also have their top 10, so we'll cover all that. Um, hey, Craig, how's the sound? Just testing on that. Um, yeah. Sounds weird over here, so I'm not sure how you guys are hearing it. Bit of an echo. Okay, shoot. All right. Let me know if that's any better. Well, I'm concerned about my levels here. It just doesn't seem to be very strong. Um, Testing 1, 2, 3. Keep posted. Just trying to make this better. Echo, echo, echo. Ah, fudge. There's something going on. Um, how about now? Is there still an echo? Let's see. Does that make any difference? Get this get this wound up a little bit. Edit later. Um, let's see. Maybe less echo there. Okay, well, let's give it a shot. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I like this one. It was I was a late comer to these trucker hat type things. Small echo. Okay, trying to make it better. Is the volume good enough? Um, okay, not that bad. All right. Sorry, folks. Do what we can. If it gets bad, just keep letting me know, okay? And I'll try to fix it as we go. All right. So the Baseball America stuff, it's good. I enjoy what they do. Let's pull their stuff up. Oops, let's go first to their page. And this is just fun stuff, a little speculative. Let me go to the thing so you can see it. There we go. So they project a lineup for 2027. So Will Smith, he'll be 32 at the time. They put Dalton rushing at first base because they're assuming that Freddie will go to shortstop. Yeah, Alicia, it is for the All Stars. Correct. It's from the 2022 season. I bought a lot of All Star stuff. So they'll have Dalton at first with Freddie at the DH. And Freddie will be 37 by then. And then they got Miguel Vargas at second, Michael Busch over there at third, which would be cool. I mean, I hope he somehow makes it. But I got a bad feeling he's going to get traded. Then we'll have Gavin Lux at short, at the age of 29. Andy Paez will only be 26 in 2027. They have him slated for left field. He's got a gun, by the way. They have James Outman. He'll be 30 by then in center. Mookie Betts will be 34 in right field. I don't know. He could be at second base. And they have Freddie Freeman as DH. And then it's the starting pitching where I think they really go sideways. Bobby Miller number one, fine. Dustin May number two. I don't see it. I think he's done as a starter because of the Tommy John stuff. Tony Gonsolin will be 33. Can you believe he's going to be? I mean, he's much older, even though he seems young. Just he was a 4-year college guy and he's been around a bit. Gonzo will be 30. I also think that I don't know if he's going to be with the organization by then. Pepio number 4, Sheehan 5. I have no problems with 1, 4, and 5. I'm going to picture Gavin Stone in there, Nick Frasso, um, Landon Knack, River Ryan. Lots of possibilities there. Closer Evan Phillips. He'll still only be 32 by then. That's cool. We got him for a while. You still, oh, so Terry Yan, how bad is the echo for you? Trying to figure out what it is. I'm not hearing it, is the problem in my ears, so it's kind of a bummer. Maybe I could lower the audio capture a little bit, see if that helps. I don't know, I'm just wondering if there's something in there that is causing, you know, a feedback type loop. Um, but I'm not hearing, but I am hearing like a little ring. Is what I'm hearing. So, all right, let's keep going. Try to bear through this. Sorry, folks. We'll keep working on this. But yeah, keep me posted if anything fixes. I'm trying to adjust a couple things as we go without losing some stuff. Um, Make sure you can still hear me. So starting pitching, I think in the future is going to be different, and of course, a lot of things are going to happen over the next few weeks. So you could have a Yamamoto or Imanaga in there. Um, Maybe hopefully Walker Bueller will still be there. So the best tools, this is always fun. Best hitter for average, Josue De Paula. No argument there. Best power hitter, Dalton rushing. I think between him and Dayron Lorenzo, those are cool. Best strike zone discipline, Michael Busch. I actually go with De Paula on that, but Busch is really good at it too. Um, okay, it's better. Yeah, I lowered a level, so maybe that'll help. Maybe I hit something on accident. It kind of messed things up. Fastest base runner, Kendall George. This isn't close. He might be the fastest base runner in baseball. Um, like I've said, and I even told this to Kendall's face. I'm going to change the name of my organization from Dodgers 2080 to Dodgers 2090 because Kendall George has 90 speed, 90 grade speed. Best athlete, Johnny DeLuca, no doubt. That guy's fantastic. Best fastball, Nick Frost. So that's interesting. Considering Ronaldo Yane, hits 102. Jake Pilarski 101. But they're relievers, and maybe they're just going. There's a lot of movement on Frasso. I like to say Frasso is a right-handed Alex Wood. The way he throws, there's a lot of arms and legs coming at you. If he doesn't work out for some reason in the rotation, he'll be a fun one in the bullpen. That's for sure. Best curveball, Maddox Bruns. Yeah, he's got nasty stuff. It's just a matter of command. Best slider, River Ryan. Okay, that's amazing considering he the dude was a shortstop with the Padre organization in 2021. So when the Dodgers got him in the Matt Beatty trade, they said you're a pitcher. Yeah, but he's a great athlete also. So best changeup, Kyle Hurt. This is a dude. He's got 5 pitches. He's coming at you from all sorts of different pitch locations and mixes. But yeah, the fact that he's changeups like that, and they don't have Gavin Stone as the guy. Now they can't have Pepio because he's now in the major. He's no longer a prospect, but Gavin Stone is still considered a prospect, and his changeup's fantastic too. Best control, Landon Neck. Yeah, that guy can dot, man. He can just dot and out. Best defensive catcher. This is cool to see. Diego Cartaya. Diego's been working on that. Now we know he had a really rough season offensive, and you'll see where he's ranking in the rankings. He's really taken a hit, but Diego's worked hard to be a good defensive catcher, and so that's good. Yep, thank you Padres for River Ryan. They need to keep doing that, huh? Yeah, Kendall George learning to hit the ball in the dirt, and he's got. I think he understands that. I do. Best defensive infielder. This was a little shocking. Not that Alex Freeland isn't good as a best defensive infielder, but I thought it would have been Jose Izara. And you can see our shortstops show that I released it last night. That was with Trinidad Loaiza. That was fun to do. We had a good time doing it. But Alex is. It's good to see him in there. That they think that much of him, and I like that. Best infield arm. So this is a young man that has not seen, Loe yet. And now I'm going to try to say his name. Myro Shendrick Martinez. So he's best infielder. We'll be looking at him later as we start going through more of the infield. I think trying to remember where we put him, or if I even put him in the rankings. Best outfield arm, Johnny DeLuca. Yeah, he's got a really good arm. Or best defensive outfielder, Johnny DeLuca, and he does have a good arm. But it goes along with being the best athlete. The guy covers a lot of ground. He's a good one. And then Jose Ramos for best outfield arm, no surprise at all. So that is kind of their neat things. Now, the top 10 prospects are behind a paywall. However, our buddy, from Dodgers Digest. Bruce Kuntz published it. So I would not abuse my subscription to show that, but since it is on the internet machine now, it's out there. We're gonna show it to you. So let's go backwards. Number 10, Maddox Bruns. Good to see he's moving up. He's just that command. They had him ranked with a 30 on his control, but it's getting better. Number 9, Diego Cartaya. He's fallen a lot. He had a terrible season behind the at the plate. Behind the plate it keeps getting better, but I think you will see some changes. I heard something about back injuries and things like that, so we'll see. Number 8, River Ryan again. Thank you, Padres. Right, Cameron. Kyle Hurt. This one is a thank you to the Miami Marlins. Thank you for Kyle Hurt and Alex Vesia, where we did give up Dylan Floro, and I can't remember. I think that was it. Maybe there's someone else along in that. Floro, I like Floro. I mean, the guy got one of the biggest outs in the 2020 postseason when he struck out Randy Arozarena on 3 changeups. It was amazing. But yeah, thank you, Miami, for Kyle Hurd and Alex Vesia. People bash on Vesia, I get it. He's inconsistent, but I'll take him, right? You get that combo. And Kyle Hurd, I don't know if he's going to be a starter or reliever, but he might be. If they make him a reliever, he might be a real stud back there. Number 6, Josue De Paula. Keep moving on up to the east side. Number 5, Nick Frasso. Number 4, despite missing a lot of time, Andy Paez. We might see him in the major leagues this year. We could. I think we might have seen him last year if he didn't get hurt. Number 3 is Gavin Stone, who had some rough outings, but he also had some nice outings. I thought overall, I hope he's encouraged. I think he had an amazing spring training and then just kind of hit a wall, it seemed like it during the season. But I'm not worried about him yet. Let's see. Dalton Rushing, number 2. And then and that's catcher and a DH. And then and he'll probably be spending most of the season in Double-A. And then Michael Busch, infielder and maybe left fielder. We'll see what they do with him. But I think, most likely to be traded. To be honest, I think there's a lot of guys that could be traded. Let's do a quickie over to the MLB pipeline. They haven't updated their prospect list. But let's see who might be missing from the Baseball America one. They didn't have Landon Knack in theirs, which a little surprising. They didn't have Vivas. Peyton Martin at number 11. That guy's going to be in the top 10 pretty quick. Kyle Hurt, Yoender Vargas, who we talked about last night, in the shortstops. They don't have enough eyes on him yet. And Kendall George, they weren't very high on Jake Geloff. I was a little surprised at that. No mention of Ronan Kopp. They talked about Bruns. They don't have Lorenzo in there up yet. They said that he was raking just based on the pitching. Jose Ramos, of course. Robleski, that's a guy that's gonna be in our rotation someday. Hyun Suk Chung. He's our Korean guy. Sam Munoz, I like him. Ryan Duncone, they did not have good things to say about him. I was a little surprised, talking about a 19-year-old, almost kind of wiping him off. Chris Newell was great last year. Peter Hubick struggled a bit, but he's got really good stuff. It's a matter of putting it together. They didn't have Yainer, of course. Jesus Tolero, that's one to watch. I'm going to pull that one up. Let's just pull that up for a second. He was only at Bautista in the DSL, but 30 innings, 30.2 innings, 19 hits, 34 Ks. So I know that there's some people that are fans of his. Brady Smith at drafty, Hunter Fiducia, and then of course Austin Gauthier. So those are some top 10s. Do you think Hurt will be comfortable? Will it contribute to the team in 2024? Absolutely, I do. I'm so happy that he was able to make a move. By the way, I'm just checking on the on the got my notifications on and just seeing what is going on the Twitter machine. Um, yeah, you just there's who knows what's going to happen, folks. But yeah, I think Hurt. Uh, I do think so. Let's. I'm going to be honest. I think that the Dodgers will be making some big moves. I expect. I'm going to just throw a big number out there on that prospect list we just looked at of the top 30. I'm going to say at least 5 will be traded. Okay, that's what I think. And I don't know who they are, and I think so. Y'all have heard that the Dodgers are in on Aaron Nola. They offered him a very good AAV. It was a higher one than the Phillies. I think it was 5/165, something like that. It was a good one. Um, but he took the Phillies, and that's great. Good for him. He wanted to be there. I really like that. Except I don't want Otani to do it. He owes the Angels nothing because they didn't do it what they needed to do to make him a winner. Um, but go back. We'll keep that there. Let's go to me for a little bit. Um, we have the Dodgers. I think are really going to go for it. I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna have a special guest. Can't announce it yet. Be recording probably Wednesday. Get the show out. Hopefully Wednesday night for Thanksgiving. Um, but I'll have a special guest. So we're gonna talk. We're just gonna riff. We're gonna riff about trades. Um, and then tomorrow night I will be recording with Steve Douglas. We're going to talk about the center fielders. You think Verducci will push Barnes out the backup catcher role? I hope they at least give him a chance to do that. I think though Barnes does have a guaranteed contract, and they like him. But I'd like to see Verducci get a shot. I think he deserves a chance. If not, just trade him. It's not fair. Um, the thing is, if they Verducci is good insurance because obviously Cartaya is not ready, Rushing's not ready. None of the catchers are close to being ready other than Fiducia. So I think they have to keep him, but give him a chance. If Barnes can't do it, there's always a phantom injured list, and so they should use that. But with catchers, there's always something to put them on the IL for. That's for sure, no doubt. So I'd like to see something like that happen. Um, Give him a shot though. But yeah. And maybe he earns it. I remember in 2019, the Dodgers had as their catchers Russell Martin and Austin Barnes. And Austin Barnes really forgot how to hit. He really did. And they ended up putting him in the minors and bringing up Will Smith. They said, "Oh, it's just temporary." Well, Will Smith never went back. He stuck, and so Barnesy, yep, yeah, give him a shot. Give Hunter Fiducia deserves a shot. Yeah, I just you see guys work hard and get better and better, and he deserves it. And Barnes, Barnes came on at the end of the year, but at the same time you go, man, it's the eighth or ninth inning, and my last bat is Austin Barnes. It's kind of a bummer. But at the same time, you'd like to have him behind the plate sometimes. A lot, actually. He's a good catcher. But he's taught Will Smith well. Will Smith has become a much better catcher. Let me ask you this. I put it out on Twitter the other day. Let's pull it up. I'm going to pull this sucker up. My tweet. I'm looking for your comments. Yeah, where is it? So many. I don't know. Okay, here it is. One of the top items that the Dodgers should look at this season is a contract extension for Will Smith. He is a free agent after 2025. I say lock him in for a 5-year contract that buys down his last 2 arbitration years and gives him 3 more years after that. He's a foundational piece of this organization, homegrown, and needs to be a Dodger. Thoughts on that, folks? 5 years, 6 years, I don't care. Um, what are your all thoughts on Will Smith? Should we offer him? Should the no, we? It's not we. Should the Dodgers offer Will Smith a nice big contract to lock him in for 5+ years with the Dodgers? Do a quick poll on that. Where is it? Getting cords in the way. You wonder why I have issues. All right, so yeah, I saw saw Corey Seager out there, right? Winning a World Series, another World Series with another team, and should have been a Dodger for life. That's just the way I see it now. I know some of it's hindsight, um, but I I want to value. I want to at least have a few guys, more than a few, on the team that are born and bred Dodgers. Will Smith's one of them. Hopefully, Gavin Lux will be one of them. James Outman, one of them. Maybe Miguel Vargas. Maybe Michael Busch. Maybe future Diego Cartaya. We've got all these pitchers. Um, yeah, I want to see that. I want to see some guys and then mix them in. And then I look again. I look at Chris Taylor and Max Muncy as Dodgers also, even though they didn't come through the system. They are true Dodgers. Like if there ever was a Dodger, those guys are Dodgers. They took contracts um, for lesser amounts. Yeah, and let's see. Oh, okay, this is a good, So okay, Dylan Cease, it's out there. Yeah, the captain. Yeah, let's be Captain Obvious. He's out there. Michael Correa writes, "I've kind of soured on Dylan Cease. He had surgery in 17, and your arm really only holds up for 6 to 9 years." Yeah, like Bueller, right? His diminished velocity and effectiveness is a telltale sign. Yeah, I'm not giving up that much for him. I'm willing to do a bit, um, but I don't think that's your guy. I want Burns if I'm making a trade. If I'm trading valuable assets, and Barnes, he is a long time Dodger, over 9 years. Yeah, and he's kind of like those other guys. He's a Dodger through and through. Smith is a very underappreciated player. I think so. He's so quiet. I think giving him an extension as described makes total sense. Yeah, I think he's so quiet and just he got that howdy doody look. He's just a nice, quiet, unassuming guy. Nice family man. Now he's not flashy. He's a really good ball player, and it's a guy that you want to build your team around. Part of that 2016 draft. That 2016 draft, man. I mean, Gavin Lux was there, of course, but Dustin May, Tony Gonsolin, of course, Will Smith, a few others. It was a really good draft. A lot of, well over 15, 16 guys from the Dodgers draft that year made the major leagues. So that's a really cool thing. That's one of their best drafts. 2021 is looking to be a good one too. 2020, despite being a small draft, was a really good one too. And I think the Dodgers just keep getting better at those drafts. Sorry to check the notifications. Got to make sure. So, yeah. Yeah, what are the rest of your thoughts also on Dylan Cease? Corbin Burns or Dylan Cease? If you have to give up, let's do a quick trade. Michael Busch and Gavin Stone and Yainer Fernandez, something like that. Do you want Burns or do you want Burns for 1 year or Cease for 2 years? And also, which free agent pitchers do you want? Yamamoto, obviously Nola's off the table now. Snell is on the table. Imanaga, who's a little lesser. Jordan Montgomery, very good in the playoffs for the Rangers. I wouldn't be surprised if the Rangers don't just go and re-sign that guy. Um, yeah. What about the Brandon Woodruff idea of extending him for 2 years? We have him in 2025. If we don't get a lefty starter this offseason, you do want to get a lefty starter. Yeah. um, and if we're gonna go more with the younger guys with Lodolo or Scooble, which one has the best upside? Or actually, no, I don't want to go with upside with that one. Which one would be the one that would be the guy that you go, he's going to be solid right away, going to be a number 3 starter type guy? Which one would that be? And I don't know enough about those guys. I mean, I spend so much time just focused on the Dodgers that I haven't, it's kind of like, hey, kind of need to go touch some grass. That's what I need to do on the other organizations. But I should look those guys up, because I think it's those types of guys that they end up with. I don't know if you guys remember in 2015, do you get Cole Hamels or Johnny Cueto or whatever, and the Dodgers ended up with Alex Wood. Not a bad move, but it didn't really get him over the top that year. In fact, Alex I don't think he made a playoff start. They had that Brett Anderson making starts instead of Alex Wood. So that didn't quite, even though Alex Wood was a good Dodger, and I'd take him back. Could bring that guy to the bullpen, that weird look. But, he's doing well at the Giants. I know he's a lot of, Farhan likes some of these guys, and I don't blame him. I like Alex Wood. I like Jock Peterson. That Ross Stripling thing hasn't worked out well for them, but I like Boss Ross. But yeah, that's the Giants are run by Farhan Zaidi, and he's going to pick up guys that he knows. It'd be like if Friedman was with another team, he'd start to pick up Dodgers that he knew, that he liked. So yeah, I think those are those types of guys. Yeah, we like strikeouts, don't we, Michael? On the good side, right? let's get some more guys again, because I think it's you need those strikeouts in the postseason. You need to be able to get some guys out without getting the bat on the ball sometimes. And because in the playoffs you're having the better lineups, they're not gonna be striking out as much, and to have a guy that's a starter that can lay some guys out. Well, that's kind of one of the nice things, obviously about Walker Buehler and about when Dustin May was healthy. Those guys go get guys. They go strike them out. Julio too sometimes. Way to wreck your career, Julio, and wreck your life and wreck other people's lives. Great job, my man. Yeah. So, any further thoughts on this projected lineup? I think it's like I said, I could see this starting lineup, defensively, defensively and offensively. But these pitchers, I don't know. May and Gonsolin concern me. And maybe Kyle Hertz, that closer. There's a lot of arms. It's a lot of fun to start looking at these things. And Maddox Bronze he has ace stuff. It's just the command and control. If he gets that stuff down, he's going to be really wonderful. Might take a while, but just look up Nolan Ryan. Before he got traded to the Angels, he was kind of a mess. Lots of strikeouts, lots of walks, but he started harnessing, and you know what? And he harnessed it enough where, he might have struck out a lot, walked a lot, but he was still very dominant. But he got better and better, and so maybe that's what happens with Maddox, and I hope so. I like him. Personally, I like him a lot. Quiet kid, he's a humble guy. But he made a lot of progress. 2022, I saw him struggle a lot. And to see him improve in 2023 was just very exciting. So very excited for him, and I think his future is bright. We'll go back to Bruce to that thing here from Bruce with the top. And make sure you're following Bruce Goots. Okay, good guy. I haven't met him personally, but we've talked online a bit, and he's one of those. He's just another prospect guy. He's really dedicated. I don't know. Maybe I see if he wants to be on our show sometime. But he's doing. He's a young guy. He's at Cal State Long Beach, dirtbag. Top 10 Baseball America. Got the featured lineup. Got the best tools. Any other thoughts? I think we've been on for a half hour with some bad sound and everything, so hopefully everything has been better. And I'll try to leave these settings as they are if they're good. Excited for Chung. Yep, I have a feeling he's going to fly up the minors very fast. That'd be cool. And he doesn't have to do his military service now, so he's there. And I think he's in Arizona right now. I thought I saw that. Yeah, I'm excited about Chung too. I think where do they had him 21. Let's see his bio. 6'4". He's a big kid, and he is only 19. He turns on March 14th. He turns 20. Yeah, I'm kind of getting more excited about him too because I think there's more fastball in there, and it's already ranked 60. And he's saying he's reached 97. I think there's more. Growing boy. He's still a boy. He can't even drink, but he's gonna get. Hopefully he's can really adapt to what the Dodgers will offer him. Sometimes there's a little bit of a cultural divide, but I think the Dodgers, if any team, do a good job of mixing that. They've had other Koreans come through the system. They still have a few, and they they have proper interpreters and coaches and everything like that. So yeah, I gotta be. It's kind of flown past us, but yeah, because he signed, and then a few weeks later the Dodgers are getting smoked in the playoffs, so we forget about those things. But yeah, the Dodgers are fully loaded. I do expect a few of these guys to be traded. It'll only be for their benefit, though. It means that they're going to play, have a better chance. I mean, we saw that Lance Lynn signed with the Cardinals today. Good for him. He got a contract, and to be honest, I think some of us are glad he's not on the Dodgers. It's okay to feel that way. But they gave up Nick Nastrini for him. And that kind of hurts. Let's take a quick look back. Nastrini from last year. I just want to see what he did with the White Sox. Where was he at last year? He was 13th at this time last year. He made it to AAA. And with the White Sox, he's a little bit, I don't know if it's a struggle bus, but, not 16 innings, only 10 hits, 10 walks, though, 23 Ks. So, but yeah, Nick Nastrini's, might be a good one, and we might hate that one. But what can you do? Let's just take a look at this from last year. Where are they now? Okay, Yurchek is a free agent. Vogel, rough. Hugh Neal Choi was hurt, but he did come back a little bit last year. He's a Korean young man. Carson Taylor was not protected. Jesus Galiz, he's still around. Luis Rodriguez still around. Cody Hosey, Michael Grove, Doncon. Alex DeJesus got traded. That was for. We got Frasso for him. I'm surprised this is still Jacob Maya, Gavin Stone. James Outman, Carlos Stearns. So these are, Clayton Beater. So this is before, the winner of 2022, 2023. Just kind of interesting. The Straney Bruns. Andre Jackson's gone. Wilman Diaz has fallen off, but I'm still a fan. Eddie's Leonard, gosh darn it. You can see some of these guys have moved on. And I think when we see things next year, it's going to be even different. Yeah, so hopefully we see a lot of Chung. And I know it's Chung because my boss's name, he has the same, he's Korean, and that's his first name. And it's Chung, not Jang. So that's why I call him that way. All right, anything else? Let's see the final poll. Everyone wants Will Smith back, as it should. Well, only 4 votes, but I'll leave it there. I don't have anything else. Like I said, we'll be recording center fielders tomorrow with Stephen Douglas. And I think hopefully everyone enjoyed having Trinidad on with me. I think it works a lot better when it's 2 of us doing those prospect things than just me. I think it gets really dry when it's just me. Busch, Stone, and Cartier are gone. Yeah, it's gonna be something like that, isn't it? Yeah, prospect huggers. We're gonna take a little hit. We're gonna take a little hit on this one, but it'll be good for them, whoever it is. And I think we're gonna have to trade a catcher. I think we're gonna have to trade a couple right-handers, and if they're not gonna play Michael Busch, you got to trade him. If they're not gonna play Miguel Vargas, you got to trade him. You can't leave these guys floating around. You can't just say they're just insurance. You trade for Kike Hernandez is insurance. It's not drivers just you. I like your show. Yeah, when it's just me though, when I'm not live, you guys make the show. When I'm solo, it's the chat. The chat is what makes this show, which makes this go when I'm solo. But when I'm just solo recording by myself, oof, seems kind of boring to me. But Glasgow and Margot, let's go. So I'm going all in on a Glasgow and a Rosarena. I want him so bad. I know it's not going to happen, but he's got 3 more years of protection. I'd give up a lot for those to get those 2. Yeah, this chat is what spurs my mind, and I feel like I'm talking to somebody versus when I'm just recording by myself. And there's no chat and I'm not live. Yeah. Do you think we'll get Joe Kelly back? I hope so. Yes. I know they're working with that. I'm guessing this is going to be Joe's last contract, and I think he's got to get what he can. And Joe will always be a Dodger. Dodgers seriously trade for Mariners lefties. Are a factor up there. Yeah. You know what? Let's trade him some right-handers or some left-handers. All right, Michael? That sounds fair. Kind of mix it up a little bit. Reliever, still, we need left-handers in that freaking pitching, on that pitching staff. We're just not. They're just not bringing them up. They're just not coming along. We do have Robleski and Bruns coming, but yeah, I agree. We need man. If our lefties again are just Vesey, Ferguson, and Gonzalez, I'm concerned. Let's see. Heard about Maggie Rowe possibly going. I saw something. I didn't see where. I just saw the headline and I had to do something else, so I only saw the headline. What did you see about that? Yeah, I still haven't forgiven Joe for beating Hanley. Yeah. I was literally at that game. I was in St. Louis on business travel, and so I got to go to that game. It's like, oh no. I do like Miggy Rowe on defense at shortstop. I do too. Especially, and if they're gonna go with Lexi, I'd like to have Miggy Rowe as that backup in case Lex needs defensive replacement at the end. Just saying. But if they go over to trade for Willie Adamas or that brief rumor we saw about Bo Bichette, then you don't need him. But I like him too. I saw him up close in spring training last year. Captain of the infield. He knows what he's doing out there. I really liked him. Cubs went left. If there's no, you can send him Caleb Rivesi for one of their outfielders. Yeah, because right now we might only have one starting outfielder with Mr. Outman, which leaves room for trades, or leaves room for a shot for DeLuca, maybe a chance for Busch or Vargas to play. I do have a feeling they're gonna sign Hayward again, and he's gonna take up a spot. Kind of bothers me. Not that I don't like Hayward. In fact, I like him a lot. But I also want to see the Dodgers move forward and not have these old dudes. Oh, White Sox. Yeah, that makes sense. They need it. They need something like him. Yeah, a lot of them are like outfield is going to be good. Yeah, but if you keep blocking them with guys like Peralta and Jason Hayward, I'd rather just say, hey, we're going to sign Kike, go trade for some guys, give Michael Busch a shot in left, things like that. Yeah, it seems like Andy Paez has been in the org forever. It does. And he's what? I think he really is only 22. He's only 22. Well, he turns 23 during the winter meetings, but he's an outfielder with a big arm, but he did hurt his shoulder. That is concerning. So that's a real question. And he was improving on his swing and miss before he got hurt. So there's a lot of raw power there. He's a very powerful human with his bat speed, the arm, and starting to really put it together. Pretty quiet guy. I think his value's down a little bit just because of the injury, but a team would be, if they could sneak him and say, hey, yeah, we're going to give you a Corbin Burns. Here's the guys we want. Oh, yeah, and to really make this trade happen, give us Paez. They might have to do it, but, it would hurt. He might be a good one. Man, lots of raw talent and raw that's becoming refined. That's the good stuff, right? When you see these guys, you see when they're much younger that, you see, 70 grade power, all that stuff. And then you see a guy like Paez start to refine it. It's kind of cool. Can Kyler be a Dodger starter in 2024? Why not? Guy has improved so much. He's become very confident. He's nailing all his pitches. He believes in himself, and he came from a guy that was struggling to command the ball, to commanding the ball a lot. So why not? I just see him on the staff somehow. I don't know how. I don't know if he spends a whole year with the Dodgers in the major leagues, but I could see him getting, I'm going to say 60 to 80 innings at least with them as a starter, maybe as a reliever, doing a little bit like Michael Grove. I like the idea. It was mentioned earlier of him as a reliever. I think he'd be a stud. He'd be out there throwing 99 to 100 with a lot of pitch mix. He would be different. Okay. Timmy should play on baseball trade values in the live stream. Well, that might be fun. They've updated the site. That's a good idea. Let me figure that. I'll play with that a little bit. We could kind of interactively kind of build some trades maybe and see what that would do. But yeah, I mean, I think we've talked about the targets. There's a lot of targets out there. And we could plug some names in. Michael, that is a great idea. Maybe this weekend. I know I'm recording tomorrow night with Steve, then recording with special guest on Wednesday, Thursday, Thanksgiving, Friday. We'll see. Hey, hepatitis. See ya later. Woody, welcome aboard. He's too dull. He is dull. You gotta have a dull guy somewhere, but yeah, Rushing and Lorenzo are very dynamic. Lorenzo's a character, man, and Rushing is a leader. He really is. What do you think about to score Dylan Cease plus Luis Robert? Yeah. Oh, I like the way you're thinking. Burns definitely. I had pitched that to Doug McCain. We were talking a couple weeks ago, and I just texting. I said, "What do you think about Kevin getting Devin Williams?" I've also been on board with Yelich. If that would lower the number of prospects and we take on his contract, I think he'd love to come here, back to Los Angeles. He's from this area. He's wanted to be a Dodger, so he might be someone. They take that contract, maybe it lowers what the prospects we have to give and relieves the Brewers or something. Gives us a left fielder. We just go, well, it's Christian Yelich, and that's it. And he bats, anywhere from 3 to 6 in the lineup. Yeah, I think back to the Will Smith too dull. He is too dull, but I don't mind it. Rushing 2 years away, and then Lorenzo 3, maybe. But the future's bright at catching, that's for sure. Yeah, I'd take on Yelich. I think that's especially if I can get Burns and Devin Williams. I don't think it would happen. What do you guys think about Josh Hader? Josh Hader to the Dodgers. Blake Snell to the Dodgers. I'm warming up to both of those. Those are not two of my favorites, just because they're tainted with that Padre Brown. You know how it is. and Blake Snell, I got that weird vibe on him because from 2020. Well, Will Smith had that concussion, and he also had played with a broken rib. I don't know why they're doing that stuff. We keep finding out more and more about these guys being hurt all years. Oh, Kepler from Twins, right? Max, right? Max Kepler. I think he's actually German. Do not want racist hate. He was just being a punk. He's like 15. I don't know. I give everyone a break on that. There's a lot of. He also just might die. Yeah, he did have injured ribs. Free agent next year. Kepler, yes. By the time Smith is up for a contract, Rushing, Lorenzo will be ready. Hopefully, Cartaya rebounds. Yeah, but there's no guarantees on those guys. But I think at least one of them, right? Between Rushing, Lorenzo, and Cartaya, one of them's going to be really good. Maybe all of them. But the way the odds are, I think at least one of them's going to be good. The question is which one. And I wouldn't be surprised if one of them's traded this year. I don't know who that is. But I still would like to see Smith locked up for a few years. Trade Cartaya, yeah. Again, it's his value went down, and I don't think the Dodgers should sell low on him. If they get what they think what they think he was worth last year, you can make the move, but I don't think you sell too low on him. Oh, Theron Lorenzo. I actually have something on him. Yeah, I have. Let me pull something up for you. I'll get you I'll send you a link for him. We also have an article on him. If you speak Spanish, it's a Spanish interview. I actually have an article on him on the homepage. Let me pull that up real quick. I didn't write it. It was Ryan Falla, who is just the man when it comes to writing articles. Where is it? Yeah, Lorenzo's a good kid. Yeah, if you speak Spanish, you could find. Where is it? Huh. Dang, man. I don't even know my own site. Oh, it's right there, right in front of me. Let me put that in the chat. Wait, let me get that. It's weird because I have a Mac but with a weird keyboard, with a different keyboard. So there's an article on Lorenzo. There's also, if you understand Spanish, we have an interview with him that Trinidad did with him. Let's see, seeing the trade proposals for CISA makes me sick. Yeah, it's a lot that they're talking about. Like two of our stud righty starters that kind of close to established. Yeah, it's heavy. To me, it's just too heavy. But Lorenzo hit 24 home runs last year. California League. He's a switch hitter. Just turned 20, I believe. He's a good kid too. He's just got to know him in spring training and really, he's a real he's a good kid. He's always smiling. I got some great pictures of him if you go on my Instagram, on the Dodgers 2080 Instagram. But yeah, he's 20, turned 20 in July. Hit where is he at? Hit 270, on base percentage of 400, slug 562. 345 at bats at 24 dongs. Walked a bit, so that's good. Hepatitis C there. Who else would you add in that trade to get Luis Robert? Well, let's see your answer in there. We must keep Pepio. Pepio is awesome. Yeah, it's going to take a lot for me to trade Pepio. I don't trade him for Dylan Cease. And I'm really leery of trading him for 1 year of Corbin Burns, because I think Pepio might have been the best pitcher in the last month and a half of the season for the Dodgers. And should have gotten a start. I think we could all agree on that. That was a lot of mismanagement, organizational failures. Why is Maddox Bruns ranked so low? It's because of his control. They behind their paywall, they had him ranked with his control on the 20 to 80 scale is a 30. It's getting better though. 2022 it was 30. 2023 it was probably closer to a 40. I'm a big believer in him. I just think there's so much upside there, and it's worth keeping him. He's in the right organization, and I think that's good. Yeah, if Luis Robert is in the deal, it changes things. Yeah, you throw a lot in there. What do you got? Cartaya, Busch, River, Ryan, Nag, Vivas. Oh man, just break my heart. Those are rough ones, man. Vivas is a friend. Um, he's a good dude. I've like I told you folks, I've actually broken bread with Vivas, or broken Chipotle with Vivas before, and he's treats me amazingly, and just a really good kid. I don't want to trade him. It would hurt. That one would hurt a lot. Um, but I also want to see him play. So whatever it takes for Vivas to play, I want what's best for him. Um, yeah, I think. Well, we need to get that trade thing going. I think Michael was right about that. Um, yeah, we should play. We'll do that. Baseball trade values. We're gonna have to do that. That just sounds way too fun. If you want, um, that's okay. Hey, Terry, no worries about the prospect guys. Fortunately, there's a lot of good resources. Of course, we're one of them, but Dodgers Digest, um, Dodgers Daily. Those are two of the guy Future Dodgers. Few others. I'm blanked out right now, but they're really good folks, and so there's a lot of information out there, and we all kind of are friends, at least online. Some of the people I know personally, and but yeah, like Doom Sal. Yeah, he writes for Dodgers Daily, and he comes on this site quite a bit, which I appreciate. And he writes over there, so make sure to check out their work over there at dodgersdaily.net. Yeah, so and you always allowed to ask questions, Terry. I'm my best contact for me, at least on Twitter, is Tim Rogers 2080. You can always leave DMs in there with questions. I also do have a phone to interact with. I think I have it on the top of my. I thought I put it on my site actually. Um, it's a yeah. There's a if you go to um, the main channel page on YouTube, there's a phone number. I'm gonna put it in the chat. You can text us, call us, whatever. Not it's to a Google Voice, but I set that up for these types of things. I'll just put it in here to text questions and trade value ideas to. So feel free to do that. It's not totally monitored, but I'll pick it up. I'll go find that thing, especially before we go, and I'll listen to any voices or text that you send. Where does Lorenzo rank amongst the Dodger catching pipeline? Ahead of Cartaya? Raw talent. He is raw. He might have this as much power though as Cartaya in rushing. All three of them have a lot of. The ball comes off the bat very special off all those guys. That's how I noticed Lorenzo last year at spring training. I just was taking pictures. Had heard of him a little bit, and he was always asking, take pictures. His smile, and he was very cool about making cool, good pictures for Instagram, and but then I saw him do batting practice, and he could hear it. You hear the extra sound, and Cartaya has that too. I feel like I'd be terrible at GM. Yeah, because I'm prospecting. I'm so the same. Traumatized from Pedro for Delino. Yeah, aren't we all? So we're there around knowing what happened with all that stuff. That story with Jody Reed and why he turned down a contract, and Dodgers said, let's get DeShields, and the Expos fans were pissed off because they got a little 5'9" pitcher. And it was a Hall of Famer for Delano DeShields. Oh well. Then of course they let go of Adrian Beltre. Adrian Beltre, by the way, is on the Hall of Fame ballot. Congratulations to him. I think he's a first balloter. I hope so. I think he'd be great. Hopefully he'd go in with a Dodger uniform. I don't know if he would, but he was number 29. If he does go in the Dodger uniform, maybe they retire his number, which is 29. So I would like to see something like that. Okay. So like I said, feel free to text me that number. It's just a number that it's not my number that's gonna bug me on my phone. It's just a Google Voice. Let's see. After Jordan trade, I don't want to trade any DSL players. Yeah, you got to be careful with those guys. There was just something weird with that one. What a huge miss. That was just trading for a mediocre reliever for a guy with that much potential. There's rumors that the Astros actually set that up, and they said, "Hey, Dodgers, do us a favor, please sign Alvarez. We ran out of money." This is before all the cheating and all that stuff happened, so they didn't know. There was no bad blood. But why don't you do this? Get him, and then we'll trade you a guy for him. After a bit, there's rumors that then the other one was that they asked for Alvarez, and the Dodgers like, you can't have Yadier. Yadier Alvarez. He was our big prospect at the time, and he's out of baseball at the moment. And they said, no, we want this Alvarez. Oh, okay. I mean, the Dodgers gave Jordan $1 million. I think that was it. I think it was $1 million, and never suited up for the Dodgers at all. Worked out a little bit, and that was it. And he was traded. So yeah, those happen. Um, Sometimes they really hurt. You know, the White Sox, even though I'm not a fan of them, they traded Tatis Jr. for James Shields. Like the Yarbrough trade, they gave a DSL player. Yeah, Figueroa. Yeah, I know. At least they offered Yarbrough a contract, so it wasn't for nothing. And they, traded Devin Man too, so at least he gets a chance over there. But yeah, those are wild cards, right? It's just you don't know what they're going to be. They could be really good, or they're just nothing. Most of the time they're nothing, but sometimes they just really hit you in the face. And so hopefully the Dodgers can get some wild cards. That those are kind of fun, and they have some right now. There's a lot um, that are in the system. So a lot of talent. It's just which ones can rise to the top, which ones can learn how to hit the breaking ball, which ones are really into it, dedicated to the craft, learning what they do. Yeah, you're right. Friedman said the power was a concern with Jordan when they signed him. Apparently, yeah, that someone screwed that one up. There's those scouts probably gone by now. Dodgers need to go after more switch hitters. That would be nice to have. There's just so few. I love having a switch hitter though, and Lorenzo is a switch hitter. He's just a lot better from the left side. He told me that personally. Um, but yeah, left they're so fun because it just makes the manager on the other side have to worry a little bit differently. Right? I mean, so I kind of like those ideas for sure. All right, it's time for me to get to bed. Really start getting there. I have 8.1 more hours to work this pay period, and then I'm done for the week. Said we'll be recording a couple things coming up, so there'll be some shows. Once I record, I like to get them out as soon as possible. I don't edit a ton. I leave a lot of flaws in there. I gotta figure out this whole. If you saw it on the shortstops, the advertising stuff keeps popping up on these sites, and if I turn off things, the cookies and all that, then I can't do anything on that site. So I got to figure those out. Yeah. Okay, folks. That's it for now. I got a feeling we're going to wake up tomorrow for another type of thing. This morning it was Aaron Nola. Tomorrow, maybe the Dodgers do something. I think they're a little anxious to get some stuff done. I think they don't want to get left behind this time. They can't. They can't. They just can't. But yeah, we'll definitely look at a good time to do the trade thing. I think that'll be fun. We will have winter meetings previews coming up. I think part of the thing that I do Wednesday night will have some winter meetings feel to it. Um, I'll definitely be hooking up with Trinidad again, probably Alex also, Alex Malaret, to talk about those types of things. Where do you read that about Yorton's power being a concern? Otani tomorrow. I think Otani sooner than later. Frankie, I can't remember that. It's one of those things that it seems, it's one of those things that you remember a little bit, but don't remember the details. Um, Maybe if we could dig up it was what, 2016 when they signed him. Um, but yeah, if you look up maybe when they signed him, maybe you might see something about that. They always knew he wasn't a fielder. It's just a weird thing, but he was a DH. But boy, they gave away the farm for that one. And Fields was just, gosh, so bad in that World Series. All right, Otani Dodger tomorrow. Let's put it out there, huh? And also Yamamoto was posted, so starts tomorrow. They can start negotiating with him. 45 days to get him going. Was it Jaehoon Lee? Jaehoon, is that what it is? I'm getting more and more into him. Um, you know, he doesn't strike out. I want him, and I think it would be a really nice contract. And I'd love it. It would just gets another look to the lineup. Just to have guys that can make some contact is a good thing. Yeah. All right, folks. I guess I am done. Like I said, I'm starting to slow down a bit, but yeah, we'll have plenty. I feel like I'm kind of on a roll with some content, and I appreciate you all for a lot of you hardcores for hanging out with me. Spread the news. Appreciate it. Share, like, your guys chatting helps. Leave comments. Go, look at the back catalog. If you have questions, please feel free to get a hold of me. Um, and let's get it going. We got winter meetings are coming up in less than 2 weeks. Is that what it is? I'm kind of excited about it. Um, yeah. So okay, folks, that's it for now. Thank you again. I really do appreciate it, and keep keep hanging in there with us. You know, constructive comments are welcome also, please. But thank you for everything, and we will talk to you guys later. If I don't talk to you guys live, happy Thanksgiving. Um, Hopefully, think of something you're thankful for. Just like I said, I'm thankful for y'all. Thankful for many other things, but from this side, I appreciate the little baseball fun we have, fellowship, friendships that we're developing. Hope to see you all, some of you soon, maybe in spring training. Um, yeah. Let's go. God bless and go Dodgers, huh? Thanks again. Adios.